Welcome on this tutorial, the guide to thinking. Well, the first thing you have to establish, before you read any philosopher, you have to go on Wikipedia and find out first, Nazi. If he is a Nazi, you do not read him. Secondly, you find out. Forbidden boxes. Forbidden boxes. You don't want to end up on a CIA watch list. Okay? So first check CNN, Twitter, for the current trending hashtags. Then you find out what is forbidden. Always go with the majority. If the majority says it's forbidden, that's bad, that makes you a Nazi, don't do it. Don't go there. Don't even think about reading about it. You then must, don't ever read a philosopher. Don't ever read a philosopher's text. Read about philosophers. Read about philosophers by some other philosopher. Especially Dr. Phil. I trust Dr. Phil with my philosopher recommendations. I never went to philosophy school because I think it's very serious business and it's very hard to write something good about philosophy. So I never went to school for philosophy. But apparently it's very easy. You just have to string together certain words. And then you impress Dr. Phil with the new gobbledygook. Gobble? Not Goebel. Not, of course not Goebel. I mean gobbledygook. Jesus Christ. And don't ever, actually, don't read. Don't read. You should just go to YouTuber. And use the microphone and ask a question. Ask YouTube a question. Is Heidegger a Nazi? You should ask that first. And you find out Heidegger is a Nazi and you never read Heidegger. That is so important. Actually, you should never read anything German. German are Nazis. That's clear. So just put that all down the toilet. What you definitely shouldn't be reading at all. Because maybe you should. No, you shouldn't be reading. Reading is so dangerous. And it's also time consuming and it takes a lot of effort to parse these letters. You have to sing them out in your head. Okay, so if I write pushing a cart. Okay, now let's try to read this. Pushing a cart. Some people read very slowly. And reading is an act for them. That's an action. Reading as an action. So first of all, it's an effort to read. Takes effort to read. Let's not even talk about understanding what's written there and maybe being able to parse a whole sentence. How is prestige prestiged? How is prestige and status created? Well, through some weird ass Well, there are prestigious words and there are prestigious institutions, and they do, there are credentials, they have credentials. We have the credentials. And what makes them credentials prestigious? Well, usually they would have, this is how a normal prestige would work. They actually do something worthwhile, are known for producing value. But value is subjective and very dependent on your own. So everybody has their own value system. Okay. I saw a poster that said human, I think it was this, cattle. Huh. The message is supposed to be, I think, in this statement, that we shouldn't be cruel to cattle. Because they're just like us. How is prestige minted? How do you mint something prestigious? Prestige. Well, let's go to the news. Let's go into the news for a while. They have a certain way of presenting. There's a tradition. There's almost a tradition of news. They all have the same sing-song, talk. And news articles are also written in a certain sing-song, talk. And it almost does not matter what's written there, as long as it comes in this talk. As long as the commentator has the certain talk. The content is almost you can push. That's how the Onion works. They write nonsense that reads like a real news article. But it's hard sometimes to tell a difference between. Thank you, goodbye.